today. From Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Fall is in the air and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4.
Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And not what he was hoping for when he brought it out. They're going to get him down short of the 15-yard line. So the Packers make their way out for the first time, and it's Jordan Love that has the keys to the car here in his 5th season as a pro and 2nd as a starter.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
Love, they go play action now.
And incomplete to open things up.
It's zone defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Throwing. Love.
Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs.
They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd.
On 4th down, Love flush to his right.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry for Josh Jacobs.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him. The Packers in 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's Pratt.
Escaping the pressure right.
Now he's loose at the 40.
And he'll take it to the 43-yard line.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. To throw is Pratt. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. They'll fake the jet sweep there. Instead, hand to Jacobs up the middle.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. Pratt going to look to throw. Flushed out right. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now Pratt. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. Matt LaFleur loudly voicing his objections to that previous call. He's going to throw out the red challenge flag. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. Steps away to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool him with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
And the second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Carlson's extra point up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Nothing is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
In the course of a game, we focus on the offense and the defense, and we give lip service to the special teams. It's way bigger than that. The third phase of any football team, and special teams provided the spark to begin this game.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. McCarthy to throw on 1st and 10. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's McCarthy. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. His defense for the Packers, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Call it a loss of 2 there on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. But trailing here in the first half still, but maybe, Charles, that'll help them get some momentum back. First the forced fumble, and then they're able to get a field goal out of it.
And down in the game, they came out and created their own opportunity on one side of the ball and did get points out of it, as you mentioned. Complimentary football right there as they try and bring this one back to even.
And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Boy, a dangerous throw there. Fortunate for him, it'll wind up incomplete.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Throwing now is Pratt.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again, eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
1st and 10. Here's McCarthy.
Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
McCarthy operating from the gun.
They're going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Jones.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
To the air with McCarthy. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
These guys had to settle for a field goal their last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing in the world. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. To throw now, Pratt. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
They're going to try and throw. Flush to his right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. This to Jacobs on the toss right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Throwing is Pratt.
Escaping the pressure right.
Right side to Watson.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The love of throw caught by Dobbs. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Packers are able to extend their lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 8. That time a 9-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those 6s on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Throwing is McCarthy.
And Thomas has it.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun, McCarthy.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down.
Looking to throw McCarthy.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Jordan Addison,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Vikings have cut the lead back down to 2.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Here now, a 3rd down and 8.
Back to throw. Pratt.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
That's to the tight end, Musgrave.
And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now McCarthy.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hawkinson. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Working out of the gun is McCarthy.
Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Throwing on 2nd down, McCarthy.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A final shot before break. McCarthy. And that'll be incomplete. So a very tight first half. We had to break. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. A gutsy call there. Yates at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction. It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
And here's Ryan Wright now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
This is 2nd and 8.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. He'll buy some time right. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Here's Love. Throw caught by Musgrave. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Just a gain of a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Now Love. Rolling to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. From Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 right at the 40.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
Touchdown!
Christian Watson.
40 yards.
And the Packers are able to widen their advantage.
And he's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. If you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes, he just takes off and goes. And I think that's what we just saw there.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And the lead is up to 8.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
Addison does a nice job of moving the chains. He's coming up an impressive rookie season in which he totaled over 900 yards and 10 touchdowns and helped fill the void as Justin Jefferson battled injuries a season ago. Addison, certainly a vital piece of this Vikings offense.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw. McCarthy.
Slant route, and he's got Addison.
And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Back to throw. McCarthy. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That'll go as a pickup of 8. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Touchdown, Vikings. Michael Thomas. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have come back to make it a 2-point game. McCarthy going to look to throw for it. Flushed out right. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. And with a successful 2-point try, the Q. Rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. To throw now, here's Love. And oh, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. They'll go again to Jones. And the ball is knocked out, and the Packers pick it up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the 3rd quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Love. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings are going to take over a
yards shy of midfield.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
On play action, McCarthy. Pass complete to Addison.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. If they get nothing else here on 3rd down, it'd be a 53-yard attempt from this spot. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Back to throw.
McCarthy to Jefferson on the slant.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Now they send a man in motion right.
Jones going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Jones again, pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And this time he is in.
Yes. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Vikings have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. A 10-play drive that time. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Jacobs going to try the middle. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now this aired out deep for Reed.
A leap in. He's got it. He got it. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 48 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Love with a pass caught by Musgrave, the tight end.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Jet sweep. Here's Reed.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Love from the gun. That's taken in by Watson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Carlson on for the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end.
Well, so much for the worry about how they would be after losing their lead. What a big-time return to seize the momentum back.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. McCarthy gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team, both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Again, it's Jones.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They run for the first time with Ty Chandler.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Love.
On the move to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for the Vikings, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So that's a wrap for Charles Day.